The alien queen, ruler of a ruthless empire, inspects captured war trophies. Among them is an ancient alien battle armor, legendary and feared. This armor was destroyed centuries ago, in a war against unknown enemies. It was never meant to work again. During a royal inspection, alarms stop suddenly. The armor moves. Power lights glow softly, not violently. The queen notices new repairs, clean and precise. No alien technology matches this style. Engineers panic, generals accuse each other. The armor's damage was repaired by hand, not machines. The repairs are stronger than the original metal. The queen asks a chilling question. Who repaired this armor? No one answers. Then, a human man steps forward from the prisoner line. He is calm, no fear, no pride. Just tired eyes and oil-stained hands. His name is Elias Ward. He is not a soldier, not a scientist. He is a human field mechanic. Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Stories. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. The warship drifted through dark space, like a moving city made of steel and bone. It was silent, heavy, and ancient. Its halls were wide enough for armies. Its walls were layered with armor older than many stars. This was the royal flagship of the Vracath Dominion, and nothing inside it moved without purpose. At the center of the ship stood the Hall of Conquest. The ceiling rose so high that clouds of cold mist floated near the top. Long pillars carved with battle stories lined the hall. Between them stood trophies from 1,000 conquered worlds, broken flags, crushed weapons, frozen bodies sealed in glass. At the far end, upon a raised platform of black stone, stood the alien queen. She was tall, her shape sharp and elegant. Her eyes glowed faintly blue, cold and alert. Her crown was grown, not forged, part of her skull. She had ruled for over 300 cycles, and under her command, entire species had vanished. Today was a routine inspection. Or so it should have been. Before her stood the final trophy brought in from the last campaign, a massive suit of battle armor placed upright by gravity clamps. It was dark, scarred, and unmistakable. Every general in the room felt their blood slow when they saw it. This armor had a name. It was called the Grave Walker. Legends said it once belonged to an ancient warrior empire that fought without fear. Their soldiers wore these suits and walked through plasma fire like rain. They had nearly destroyed the Dominion long before the Queen was born. But they lost. Their worlds burned, their cities fell, their armor was shattered. This suit had been found drifting near a dead star, broken, power core shattered, neural systems fried beyond recovery. It was supposed to be nothing more than a relic. The Queen stepped closer. Her sharp eyes narrowed. Something was wrong. The armor's surface showed new seams, clean lines, not grown metal, not alien welds. These repairs were different. "Report," the Queen said calmly. An engineer stepped forward, his hands shaking. "Your Majesty," he said, "the suit should be inert. We confirmed total failure, yet it is drawing power." The Queen tilted her head slightly. "From where?" she asked. The engineer swallowed. "From itself." A low sound passed through the hall, not words, fear. The Queen raised one clawed hand. Silence returned. She moved closer, now only a few steps from the armor. Faint lights glowed inside its chest plate, not the violent red of the old empire, a soft, steady white. "Scan it again," she ordered. Multiple drones lifted into the air, beams passing over the armor. Data poured into the displays. The general stiffened. "This is impossible," one whispered. The Queen read the results herself. Structural integrity, higher than original design. Energy flow, stable and adaptive. Material composition, unknown alloy mix. Her eyes narrowed further. "Who repaired this armor?" the Queen asked. No one answered. The silence stretched. Her voice grew colder. "I will ask once more." Still no answer. Then from the far end of the hall, behind the lines of guards and officers, someone moved. Chains clinked softly. A figure stepped forward from the group of prisoners. He was smaller than every being in the room. His posture was straight but not proud. His clothes were simple, stained with grease and burn marks. His hands were rough, scarred. He was human. The Queen's eyes locked onto him. "Stop," a guard snapped, raising a weapon. The Queen lifted her hand again. "Let him speak." The human stopped a few steps from the armor. He did not look at the Queen at first. His eyes were on the suit. "Yes," he said quietly, "I fixed it." A ripple of disbelief moved through the hall. "A human." The Queen let out a low, amused sound. "You," she said, "you repaired that." "Yes," the human replied. His voice was calm, no shaking, no begging. "What is your designation?" the Queen asked. "Elias Ward," he said, "field mechanic, civilian." Laughter broke out among several officers. "A slave mechanic," one general scoffed. "This is a joke." The Queen raised her hand again. Silence returned. "You expect me to believe," the Queen said slowly, "that a human, using slave tools, repaired an armor my empire could not restore in 3 centuries. Elias finally looked at her. "I don't know what your empire could or could not do," he said. "I only know the suit was broken." The Queen stepped closer. "And broken things obey humans now?" she asked. Elias shook his head. "Broken things just need patience," he said, "and time." The Queen circled the armor, studying it. She stopped near its left arm. "This joint was melted shut by starfire," she said. "How did you repair it?" "I took it apart," Elias replied, "every piece." "That would have destroyed it completely." "It already was destroyed," he said. "Couldn't make it worse." The Queen stared at him. "What materials did you use?" "Scrap," Elias said. "Ship plating, old tools, some wiring from a food printer." A murmur spread again. The Queen turned to her engineers. "Confirm," she ordered. They checked again. "It is true," one said quietly. "The alloy is mixed, crude, but effective." The Queen faced Elias once more. "Why?" she asked. "Why repair a relic that would never belong to you?" Elias paused. "It was lying there," he said, "not doing anything that felt wrong." The Queen studied him in silence. "Activate the armor," she commanded. The engineers froze. "Your Majesty," one said urgently, "we do not control it." "Activate it," she repeated. A command signal was sent. Nothing happened. Then the armor moved. Not violently, not aggressively. Slowly. Its head turned. Lights flared softly as its systems woke fully. The air hummed with controlled power. Every weapon in the room was raised. The armor took one step forward. Then another. It stopped directly in front of Elias. The hall held its breath. The armor lowered itself. Kneeling. Not to the Queen. To the human mechanic. The Queen felt something she had not felt in centuries. Uncertainty. Her voice was quiet when she spoke. "Human," she said, "what did you do?" Elias looked at the armor, then back at her. "I fixed it," he said simply. And the ancient war machine remained kneeling at his side, as the hall stood frozen in fear. The Hall of Conquest remained frozen. No one spoke. The ancient armor knelt on one knee before the human mechanic, its massive frame perfectly still. Soft white light pulsed from its chest, steady and calm, like a living heart. Weapons stayed raised, fingers trembled on triggers. The alien queen did not move for a long moment. Then she stepped forward. Her steps echoed through the hall, slow and measured. She stopped only a few paces from Elia's ward and the kneeling armor. Her glowing eyes moved between them, searching for deception, for trickery, for some hidden control device. She found none. "Rise," the queen commanded the armor. Nothing happened. Her eyes narrowed. "I said rise." Still nothing. The queen turned her gaze to Elias. "Did you program it to ignore me?" she asked. Elias shook his head. "I didn't program it at all," he said. "I don't know how." A sharp hiss of anger escaped the queen. "You expect me to believe this machine chooses?" Elias thought for a moment. "I think," he said slowly, "it remembers who fixed it." That answer unsettled the room more than any weapon. The queen straightened. "Remove the human's restraints," she ordered. A nearby guard hesitated. "Now," the queen repeated. The restraints fell away from Elias' wrists and ankles. He flexed his fingers slightly, more from habit than relief. "Human," the queen said, "you will explain everything from the beginning slowly." Elias nodded. "The suit was brought to the lower repair decks," he began. "No one wanted it, too broken, too dangerous." The hall listened. "It sat there for weeks," he continued. "I walked past it every day, I could hear it." One of the generals scoffed. "Hear it?" "Not with sound," Elias said. "With problems. Broken systems always show their pain if you look long enough." The queen gestured for him to continue. "I started small," Elias said. "Cleaned corrosion, replaced burned conduits. I didn't try to make it fight, I just tried to make it stable." Images appeared on the hall's displays, recorded footage from the repair decks. Elias alone, opening the armor piece by piece. Using crude tools. Working slowly. Sometimes stopping just to think. "I failed a lot," Elias said. "Broke things worse before they got better." The queen watched in silence. "You were never ordered to do this," she said. "No," Elias replied, "but broken things don't ask for permission." A strange quiet followed those words. The queen turned away and walked back toward her throne. "Humans are weak," she said. "Your ships are fragile, your bodies fail easily, you lose wars." "Yes," Elias said calmly, "we do." She stopped. "Then how do you survive?" Elias lifted his eyes. "We fix what we can," he said, "and we live in what's left." The queen studied him for a long moment. Then she made a decision. "Bring the planetary shield data," she ordered. The room stirred. One of the advisors turned sharply. "Your Majesty, that system has resisted every attempt." "Bring it," the queen snapped. Moments later, a massive hologram filled the hall, a planet surrounded by a fatting energy shell. Cracks of light flickered across it like dying veins. "Our outer shield is failing," the queen said. "It protects an entire conquered world. Millions live beneath it. Our finest minds have tried and failed." She turned to Elias. "Fix it." A low murmur spread. Elias looked at the hologram carefully. "How long do I have?" he asked. "Before collapse," the queen said, "1 cycle." Elias nodded. "I'll need access," he said, "tools, scrap." "You will have nothing extra," she replied, "only what already exists." "That's fine," Elias said. The repair decks buzzed with tension. Alien engineers watched as Elias studied the shield systems. He didn't rush. He traced energy paths with his fingers. He listened. He waited. "They're trying to force balance," he said quietly. One engineer bristled. "Balance is required." "No," Elias replied, "flow is." He began making changes. Not clean ones. Not perfect ones. He added manual bypasses, left some flaws untouched, allowed controlled weakness. "This will fail," an engineer insisted. "Yes," Elias said. "Eventually everything does, but not today." The shield flickered, then steadied. Energy flowed unevenly, but stronger. The crack sealed. The shield adapted. A stunned silence followed. Back in the Hall of Conquest, the Queen watched the results. "It works," an advisor whispered. "Not perfectly," the Queen said, "but it lives." She turned to Elias. "You do not seek control," she said. "Why?" Elias shrugged. "Control breaks things," he said. "Understanding keeps them running." The Queen looked at the kneeling armor once more. Long ago, an empire built it. That empire vanished. Not from lack of power, but from the inability to repair what they ruled. The Queen faced the hall. "Humans will no longer be classified as labor," she declared. "They will be classified as essential." Gasps echoed. "They will not command armies," she continued. "They will maintain what keeps us alive." She looked directly at Elias. "What do humans want in return?" Elias considered the question carefully. "To be left alone," he said, "until something breaks." The Queen gave a slow, thoughtful nod. "So be it." The armor rose at last, standing tall behind Elias. Not as a weapon, but as proof. As the hall slowly emptied, the Queen watched the human mechanic walk away, surrounded by machines that now responded to his presence. For the first time, she understood. Empires did not fall because they were weak. They fell because no one knew how to fix them. And humans always stayed. End